You talk about in that 0 to 5 range, you want to really instill the respect of authority and how you're under authority. How does that grow into a place where you're fostering independence without making them too free and saying the world's your buffet, and at the same time being so structured that they feel trapped?
Yeah, that's a great question, because a lot of times people say to me, if you make all the decisions for kids, how do they learn to be decision makers? And that's a great question, because that's where you want them to go. One of the things I think about is, part of that is you're teaching them the entire time they're growing up, you're modeling for them good decision making. So when you're in the role of making the majority of the decisions, you're taking them into your confidence and sharing with them the reasons for the choices you've made. And you're always, even you're going to buy a car. We're going to buy a car. This is why we're buying a car. This is why we're buying the car we're buying.
Right.
You're talking to them about how wise people make decisions that are wise. You're helping them to identify the difference between wisdom issues and boundary issues. There are issues in the Bible that are boundary issues. Wherever God has given us a command or a prohibition, we've got a boundary. There are other things that the Bible doesn't speak to in that way. They're wisdom issues. You've got to take wisdom principles from the Word of God. You do that by modeling good decision making to begin with. Then as they get to be teenagers, you give them opportunities where you say to them, here's what I think, but it's fine with me. You can decide what you think is appropriate. But I'd like to have you talk to me about how you made your decision. I mean, whatever you decide, it's fine. I'll go with that. But I'd like to be able to interact with you about how you made your decision. So you're giving them opportunities to practice, and then eventually, they're gonna be on their own making decisions. That certainly is going to be the case when they go to college, if they leave to go to college. So I think the way you equip them is by modeling.